Turn screenshots into code automatically. Developer secret. Picture this. It's 2 a.m. You've consumed enough caffeine to power a small rocket. Your eyes are bloodshot, glued to a Figma mockup that looks like it was designed by a minimalist wizard. Between you and salvation stands Mount Everest, translating this beautiful, pixel-perfect design into actual, functional code. You groan, imagining the hours of wrestling with CSS, debugging Flexbox tantrums, and negotiating with React components. What if I told you there's a secret weapon that lets you whisper to your computer, "Make it so," and poof, your screenshot becomes code? Buckle up, because the era of automated code generation from images isn't science fiction. It's a developer's open secret, and it's hilariously revolutionary. The Holy Grail, or why we're all secretly lazy geniuses. Let's be honest, developers didn't get into this field to manually type display, flex until our fingers cramp. We're efficiency vampires, always hunting for shortcuts. The dream is simple. See a design, capture it, get clean, editable code. Tools like Pineapple, Screenshot to Code, Anima, and TeleportHQ are answering this cry for help. They're the magical ducks from Alice in Wonderland, smiling coyly as they turn your PNGs into HTML/CSS/React components. The secret? They're not just known, they're whispered about in Slack channels and Reddit threads like forbidden lore. Why? Because admitting you use them feels like cheating on an exam, until you realize the professor handed you the answer sheet. The sorcery behind the curtain, abridged and annotated. So, how does this dark magic work? Let's demystify it without summoning any eldritch horrors. 1. The digital eyeball, computer vision. The tool scans your screenshot like a detective at a crime scene. A blue rectangle here, text over there, buttons lurking in the shadows. Using libraries like OpenCV or TensorFlow, it identifies shapes, colors, and text regions. It's basically giving your pixels a LinkedIn profile. 2. The mind reader, machine learning trained on millions of design code pairs, ML models, like GPT-4 Vision or special ICNNs. Predict which code structures match the visual elements. Think of it as a very nerdy psychic yelling, "I'm seeing a card component with rounded corners and a hover effect." 3. The architect, code generation armed with its predictions. The tool generates code. Simple layouts might output vanilla HTML/CSS. Complex UIs could spit out React, Vue, or even Tailwind classes. Some tools overlay interactive editors, letting you tweak the output like a digital puppeteer. The whole process feels like watching a toddler assemble IKEA furniture. Fascinating, slightly terrifying, and occasionally genius. Why this secret will save your sanity and funny bone. Speed demon mode. What took hours now takes seconds. A client sends a quick tweak via sketch on a napkin. Snap a pic, generate, tweak, deploy. You just turned a 3-hour task into a coffee break. Cue evil laughter. The ultimate wingman for learning. New to CSS Grid? Generate code from a complex layout, then reverse engineer it. It's like having Yoda debug your float issues. Grid template areas you must use, young Padawan. Designer dev peace treaty. No more passive-aggressive Slack wars about padding discrepancies. Designers can see their mockups as real code instantly. Finally, harmony reigns, or at least the arguments get more sophisticated. Comedy goldmine. Automation isn't perfect. Watching it misinterpret a logo as a button or turn a subtle gradient into background image. URL, eldritchnoisepattern.jpg, is peak sitcom material. One developer shared how a tool transformed a delete account button into a beautifully styled div that literally just displayed the text delete account with no functionality. Poetic, terrifying. When the robots get drunk, hilarious glitches. Automation has a flair for the dramatic when it fails. The Inception layout feeded a screenshot of a modal. It generates the modal inside another identical modal inside another. Suddenly, you're debugging a UI Matryoshka doll. The Picasso phase, a 3-column desktop layout becomes a single vertical stack of elements on mobile, if mobile means viewed through a kaleidoscope. The Literalist Rebellion, a screenshot of a burger menu icon, might output the Unicode character instead of a clickable component. Congratulations, your menu is now a philosophical statement. These glitches aren't bugs, they're stand-up comedy material. And hey, they teach you to always review the code. Trust, but verify with console.log. The fine print, or why you still have a job. Before you fire your entire frontend team, heed these truths. Garbage in, gospel out. Blurry or complex screenshots yield code resembling abstract art. Feed a low-res meme? Enjoy your div soup. Logic? What logic? These tools create static UI. They won't write your backend API calls or state management. That login button? It'll look pretty but do nothing. You're still the brains here. The overfitting trap. Some tools generate bloated code with enough nested divs to collapse a small star. Optimization is still human territory. This tech is your intern, not your replacement. Treat it as such. The future, where pixels and code become one. The trajectory is wild. Figma plugin utopia. Right-click a frame, export to React. Done. AI pair programmers. Imagine GPT-6 discussing your design. Karen, the padding here contradicts your style guide. Also, that color hurts my feelings. AR magic. Point your phone at a whiteboard sketch instant prototype. Designers may weep with joy. Embrace the secret responsibly. Turning screenshots into code isn't cheating, it's evolution. It frees us from the drudgery of manual translation, letting us focus on what truly matters, solving hard problems, building smarter logic, and occasionally sleeping. So go ahead, feed that screenshot to the machine. Laugh at its glitches. Tweak its output. And when your colleague gasps, "How did you build this so fast?" Wink and whisper, "Developer secret." Just remember, no tool replaces intuition, creativity, or knowing when to use position. Absolute. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a screenshot of a pizza menu to turn into a Next.js app. Dinner and deliverables, anyone? If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe. It will really help this channel out. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more informative videos coming.